We made the BentoBox to help cut down odors and particles when 3D printing. If you want to make one yourself, there's a link in the description for the print files and full instructions. I printed mine in PLA, but honestly you can use whatever material you like. First thing you want to do is print a test piece just to make sure the magnets fit nice and snug, same with the threaded inserts. To install them, drop them into the hole and make sure it's sitting flat. Then heat it up with a soldering iron, and after a few seconds it'll start to sink into the plastic. Once it's almost flush, flip the piece over and press it against a flat surface to finish setting in nice and even. When you're putting in the fans, make sure the arrow is pointing down. We want to make sure we pull air through the whole setup, not push it. For a cleaner install, you can pull the wire out of the fan housing before you pop the fan in. Now for these fans and this setup, you ideally want to use a 32mm screw, which I didn't have, and I didn't feel like cutting one down. So I used a 35mm and it still worked, just got a little tight at the end. When it comes to building the carbon filter, you want to put in a little super glue in the channels first, then drop in the spacers. The carbon box has mixed fill lines printed on the right side, which is super handy. So you just fill it up to there, pop the lid on, and then drop the whole thing into the housing. For the HEPA section, the filter just slides into the housing. For magnets, they're friction fit, but I did add a little bit of super glue to make sure they stay in place. To make sure I got the magnet orientation correct, I actually left them stacked together and then pressed and slid them off the stack as I went. Since it is a rather tight friction fit, I did use a Sharpie to push them in the rest of the way and not cover myself in super glue. When you're putting it all together, it's the fan on the bottom, then the carbon box, then the HEPA filter, and finally the top cover. To install the device into your P1S, you'll see there's already holes in the bottom of the printer you can run cables through, so there's no need to drill anything yourself. There's a groove in the bottom of the filter that actually lines up with the housing notch, so it's easy to position right and make sure it stays out of the way of the table. Now to wire things, you'll need to cut the connectors off the fan wires and feed them through these bottom holes and pull it through. Next, you need to split the wires, strip about 1/2 inch off the ends, twist the reds together, and then twist the blacks together. You'll slide a ferrule over the ends of the wires and crimp them so they stay locked down. Some people will just insert and screw down the twisted ends, or they'll solder or tin the ends before screwing down, but the most secure and reliable connection will be a ferrule. Loosen the screw on top of the terminal block, pop the ferrules in, and tighten it back down. I used a little bit of electrical tape over the connection, but a heat shrink would work too if you want. After that, just plug the connector into your DC power supply. I plugged my power supply into a smart outlet so I can turn the filter on or off with my phone whenever I start or finish a print. And that's it. Thanks for watching. All the tools, materials, and links you need are in the description below to make your own.